We've been talking about the big day, Chuck's big day, Charlie's big day on Saturday over in London. The coronation of King Charles III and our Prime Minister going off there to tug his forelock. We're all going to be asked during the live televised coronation. Only an hour and a half. That's like a good Super Rugby game, isn't it? I don't know if there's a half-time and everyone gets oranges. But we're all going to be asked to pledge allegiance to King Charles, which you are unlikely to find me doing. You're also unlikely to find Lewis Holden, our next guest from the New Zealand. Now it's Republicans. You're unlikely, I think, to find Lewis doing that. So we've had Sean Palmer from the New Zealand Monarchists. Now it's time for the Rebels to have a go. Good morning to you, Lewis. Welcome to the platform again.
Morning, Sean, and yes, I definitely won't be swearing allegiance to Charles.
All right, are you wildly excited ahead of Saturday night's earth-shattering, once-in-a-lifetime experience?
No, not really, and I think that's actually the attitude of most people. Not just here, actually also in the UK. From the Reid research poll that I've just seen, it seems that basically people under the age of 45 just could not give a toss about the monarchy.
Okay, what do those figures look like? Lewis, share them with us.
Sorry, off the top of my head, I think it's something like less than half of everyone under the age of 45 is actually going to even watch the coronation. And when they asked, specifically around, are you actually interested in the monarchy, I think the result for those between the ages of 25 and 18 was down to 18%.
Wow.
So it's pretty
But
small.
this is going to rate on YouTube. And they'll do a podcast cut, and it'll take off.
And look, these things are historical events, and people will watch them. And as you say, hour and a half, I think it's on about 11 o'clock our time. So, it'll be a good bit of entertainment. But the fundamental thing is, is this guy actually the right person to be our head of state? Someone that we don't get to choose, got no say in anything that he does or any representations that he allegedly makes on our behalf. And it's really time for us to have a conversation about who our head of state actually is.
It's interesting, isn't it? I would tend probably instinctually to agree with you, Lewis, but the death of Queen Elizabeth has not sparked such a discussion. And indeed, there seems to be a reluctance to even get into that discussion.
I think, that's true when it comes to New Zealand. But when I look around the Commonwealth, there's definitely a movement in a number of other countries in that direction. And certainly the end of the Queen's reign did kick that off in Jamaica. Australia have been talking about it for a while, although they seem to have firmed up on having a referendum in the next parliamentary term, which is going to be from 2025 onwards, I think. So that is happening around us, whether we like it or not.